This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings & Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings & Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186. Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome into the Don't Punt Hour. Once again, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. We got the host, Morning Pierson-El, streaming in. If you guys want to join in, if you look at the countdown, which I will say on some programming notes here as we officially try to get this countdown going. First time testing it out. So if I'm off by like a couple of seconds, don't kill me. Rough draft tonight. But we got the official countdown. We got Morning Pierson-El, the host of the Don't Punt Hour. Morning, how's it going on this Tuesday night?
It's going, not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. The weather's actually pretty nice out. We got some shade. I want to dive into a few things here. Obviously, we got the Husker football background, so that's what we'll start out at. And again, if you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. We got the Royals on the airwaves, but you can always use the streams. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, X, Allo, Channel 961. So obviously, we finally got some quotes from Dvorak as well as Tony White. And I would just want to start here. Speaking of that linebacker room in that defense, we got some good quotes kind of on the expectations and decisions in that linebacker room. When it comes to Nebraska's defense, how are you feeling about that linebacker room? It doesn't necessarily get talked about a ton. There's a lot of focus on that defensive line. But when it comes to the linebackers, what are you expecting for Husker football in terms of just continued development there?
I think they have a good group of guys. I think the first and the second strings, either inside, outside, they all can do it. I feel like for the most part, the group is versatile as a whole, and that's good to have. Yeah. I don't think anybody's scary. Everybody's physical. Everybody's fast. Everybody's smart. I think they're going to cause havoc and wreak havoc. Exploding, through ball carriers and whatnot. They're going to be smart with drops and whatnot. So I'm very excited for that group because that'll give a lot of people to thrive off of on the back end and on the front end in front of them. So I'm excited for them.
Yeah, it feels like a room that maybe we don't talk about enough. Butler in particular, I thought last season was really impressive. Javen Wright, I feel like I've highlighted him quite a few times, but kind of going just through the depth chart here, you're looking at MJ Sherman, Javen Wright, John Bullock. You're feeling pretty good with those three backers right there, especially with the production they put last season.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I think, those guys' roles will probably expand a little bit more or a little bit more flexibility to kind of let them be athletes and kind of show what they can kind of do. And that's all coming year two in the same system and being a lot more comfortable with stuff. So, expecting big things from that group.
What do you see in Javen Wright? He wasn't starting, obviously, all throughout the last season, but his stats are kind of eye-popping, especially when you compare it to how many reps he actually got. Javen Wright currently seems to like he's going to fit really well, especially in that Tony White defense, playing that middle linebacker position. Are you expecting somewhat of a breakout year, even if that's fair to say? I mean, last year you could argue was somewhat of a breakout year for him already.
I would say a continue to a stack year. I don't want to give too much expectations on anything or overly go over top of stuff, but it should be another year you can stack on top of, what you built on and everything like that. And I mean, if you continue to rise and things go, dramatically in the right direction and it becomes a breakout year, I'll take it. But I'm expecting, him to build on, what he's shown and his consistency to be and to show up, even more on the field.
What kind of problems does a guy like Javen Wright pose to, especially in the passing game? He's just a pure athlete, not necessarily your typical linebacker build. I mean, he's really long, lanky. You definitely put on some muscle, but he probably could have gone the basketball route. I don't know how good he is at basketball, but athletic wise, he almost fits that build pretty well. What kind of fits does that give opposing quarterbacks when you got someone who's twitchy and just long with a crazy vert on him on top of it?
Again, it depends necessarily, where do you want to put him at? He's a guy that, obviously works well on 2 feet. You can have, stunts coming on from all the way back from the inside. You could put him out on the outside. You could, put him in space and kind of let, his versatility kind of give problems and whatnot. So, I mean, it just depends, are you going to put him in a position to where, like I said, now he understands kind of what he's doing. Now he understands, what's expected of him. So now you can kind of toy and push the limits of, okay, well, we know for sure you can do this. Let's add this to your game, or let's add this up to, give people, a nightmare matchup and whatnot. He can exploit things. So he's a force to be reckoned with. I mean, he's not easy to get around. He's not easy to pass over. So, I mean, he's fast vertically. He's fast, horizontally side to side. So it just depends, what are their plans necessarily to kind of add to his value this year.
Yeah, and I want to get his height just for everybody. He's out there at 6'5". They got him at about 215 pounds. Obviously, they don't got the wingspan listed, but I'd imagine 6'6", 6'7".
Outside linebacker ish, like edge, kind of that hybrid position where it's a linebacker, but it's not a linebacker. Von Miller was kind of that style of a player or whatnot. He has long arms, quick off the edge and whatnot. He can probably back into some type of coverage or whatnot. But there's with him, with Tony and him wanting certain blitz and whatnot, he can start all the way at a 9 and come back through the A gap. You know what I'm saying? And that's if your eyes aren't trained and whatnot, you can get the right pressure. You can get, the offensive line's eyes to go a certain way, the running back's eyes to not be, set. And, you got a free hitter coming from the outside in and whatnot. So his versatility is what makes him dangerous.
Yeah, especially in this defense. And you mentioned it too. You can kind of move him around, disguise him a little bit. Like that's kind of the whole beauty of this Tony White defense. It's a lot for the QB pre-snap to try to pick up where the pressure is going to come from. He's playing that 3-3-5, so he fits this perfectly. I wanted to mention him because I'm knock on wood here, but I'm hoping, like you said, he just continues to build off what was already a pretty excellent season last year. We do got some White quotes here. I do want to play this one and this one from Tony White. Decisions on the linebacker.
Still going through. You got John who can play, you got Budu who can play, and those guys, it's about holding them to the standard and making sure that they progress their leadership skills and stuff like that. But then you got that next group. You got Vincent Shavers who's doing a great job running around. He's young, he's raw, but I mean the guy's explosive and he's aggressive as all heck. We got to tone him down a lot of times in practice. You got Steph Thompson who is running around and starting to find his groove in there. You got Makai, who's like a starter. I mean, he's running around like a starter, can play all 3 positions in there. And then you got some guys who starting to stand out too. I mean, Jacob Bauer, he's running around and making plays, and he had a couple nice plays out there today. And then Gage Stenger, who's a guy who's been around and just slowly increased and improved and moved positions, and his strength is increasing, his body weight's increasing, and then now all that stuff is showing up, part of the process. So you got a good group in there that'll all rotate in there and play. And I think Rob's doing a great job of giving them the skills to help them go out there and perform.
Cut off a little bit at the end there, but again, kind of just tells you the depth you have. And shout out as audio courtesy of Inside Nebraska on that one. Give them their due credit, but it just feels like a strength that. I don't know if we always talk about. Obviously, good reasons to be excited about just that front group right there with Nash. You got Ty. Both those guys getting a lot of do credit, some noise and some hype behind them. But when you put that linebacker core with it, it feels like a pretty intimidating front. So that's Tony White on the decisions at linebacker. And now I want to ask you this. When it comes to expectations this early on, before the season even starts, how high of a standard is that defense should be clicking? Obviously, they got some more returning starters, but should they have it pretty well sorted out on what this defense should look like, should be, as we're now just right around the corner from UTEP?
You would think so. At least, on the front seven, front six, whatever you want to call it. You kind of know what you're getting from probably your first and second group with those two. Certain positions in the secondary, you're probably a lot more stronger or a lot more comfortable with. Safeties probably. Corners, not to say that you have to kind of figure it out, but new. Yeah. So you kind of have an idea. You like them. They've been playing well and whatnot. But you still kind of got to see. Some guys may have played last year. Some guys stepped up and whatnot. But for the most part, you could say some of your inexperience is probably in the secondary. Corners, not technically safeties, but corners more so than safeties. So kind of once they get their groove, you should be able to see them, definitely click. Defense, when it comes to defense starting fast or offense starting fast, typically defenses start faster just because it's not as much necessarily you have to know with plays and everything like that. So your repetitiveness comes quicker. So with them rolling around, with them flying over around in multiple positions, second string getting off and everything like that, you should feel very comfortable with what your defense is going to look like out there.
Yeah, and you get that a lot. Defense is probably going to click a lot faster than the offense. And I wasn't going to bring this up, but since we kind of mentioned it, looking at Iowa, I'd imagine they hope that's kind of the same case there. They've had some open scrimmages. And if people are out there curious, how is the Iowa offense looking now that they got in McNamara? Stats aren't great. Now, again, this is just a scrimmage, not maybe just a bad sample size, but currently 8 for 24, 33 completion rating or completion percentage, 20 passing yards, 0.8 per attempt, and 1 interception. And it was a pick 6 on top of it. So for all the Iowa listeners out there, I'm sure there's maybe 1 or even 2 of them. That is a tough look right there. Hopefully it is not the same here for Nebraska's offense. It looked a lot better with what we got to see in those open scrimmages, even though Rule on that last one decided to close up shop. At least that offense looked like it was clicking in certain facets of it. And the defense looks, I don't want to say elite, but they look like they haven't dropped a step. So hopefully they continue to build off that. Let's get Tony White's expectations on defense this early on in the scrimmages.
I think the football moniker is that the defense is always hit early, right? Because of offensive timing and all that kind of stuff. But I don't think we tackled very well the very first scrimmage. It was just first time. I get it, but just like Coach said, you want to see the things you practice and preach every day. You want to see it show up on the grass live. Get the coaches out there, get all the cameras out there, and let them play ball. And it didn't show up like it needed to. Not with the group that we have. So. That's been something that's bugging all of us, is that making sure that we stress the tackling. We want to be a great tackling team. And then again, it's the situations, just consistently having the guys think about what situation they're in and how they should react. So that way, when it gets to those close games that, we come out on top. So.
And when it comes to tackling, in particular on defense, is that just something where you need those live reps, you need physical contact? Especially now with the rules, like you get into a lot of thud tackling, but do you need live reps where you get a full-on scrimmage where guys are really hitting each other to properly learn how to tackle each other? And I don't want to say last year was a major issue, but certainly in years past, our tackling wasn't great on that defensive side of the ball. It felt like guys were in the right position, but there were certainly some cases, especially if you go a few years back, where the tackling was just poor in multiple position groups. I'm not even going to pick anyone out. But when it comes to tackling, is that just something that's got to come with live reps where you finally get to go full pad scrimmage?
It's better if you have it, being more consistent. It's like, tackling for the defense is like routes on air for the offense, honestly. So tackling dummies or tackling circuits and everything like that is all good and dandy, but you kind of got to get the live reps. So throwing in extra periods or having a third period to where, the running backs and receivers are live, to where you can kind of understand and get things more comfortable, to where The repetition is there. Only, helps your teams. And they've said it, not to say that, it wasn't being done, but I mean, it could have been, just a off day at practice, and that could have been one of the things associated with it. So I'm pretty sure that's something that they're hidden, but when the lights went on and everything like that, it wasn't exactly what they needed or what they're used to that day. And like I said, I mean, everybody has bad days, so I'm not necessarily concerned with it. But you definitely need to have those live tackling days. You can't just expect to go out there on, game day and not, kind of at least get that shrugged off or anything like that, and expect to go out there and have, a full good game.
Yeah, and I want to ask you this one last thing before we go to our break here. Chancellor Brewington last night was kind of talking about his time with the Huskers, in mentioning that with Rule and Tony White, we heard him as well. If you're watching that docuseries, you definitely got a good chunk of it, being pretty upset on what was just considered a very poor practice, not up to standard. Brewington quoted, "No matter what, you're going to have one of those days where everything just looks terrible and everybody goes into the locker room looking at each other like, what the hell was that?" Was that the same case for you, where you just defense, offense, special teams, everybody all together, just bad day at practice? It's kind of inevitable that you might have one of those.
There isn't no might. You're going to. You might probably have two a camp to where it's just like everybody feels like terrible about it. It's normal. People tired, people exhausted, body sore, seeing the same thing over and over again. Your body is just not acting, with the same speed or the same quickness or whatnot. It happens. And, coaches kind of, it's for them, it's like a layup. It's a even better reason, for them to really get on you and really, and the next couple of days, you kind of bring it and rejuvenate things and whatnot. But I mean, it's a part of football. Right? That's just a part of it. It sucks. You try to figure out and try and, come back quicker from practice, or, if it was a bad period or something like that. I've been a part of times where we started practice slow, awful, terrible. We started all over again, or they ran us and then we still went back and started all over again. People were mad and pissed off and actually paying attention to what they're doing, and it picked up. The concentration actually picked up. So it's not anything that I'm overly concerned about. It's, again, you're not in there. A lot of people don't see things. So it might have just been one of those off days where, it happens and there's nothing you can necessarily say about it. It's just come out the next day and try and be better.
Yeah. And, for those who are listening, thinking, man, that's kind of a question where you think, like, of course there's going to be bad practices. There was a little bit of panic, which surprised me, going through some of the comments on social media of people being a little alarmed, especially watching that docu-series. So I wanted to throw some cold water on it, especially you listen to a lot of the former Huskers, especially Huskers that were even part of, 9+ win teams.
You get 3.5 weeks of practice. You're growing your hamstrings, quarterbacks, their arms, their eyes. It's just, you got to understand. I mean, when you in camp, you have, I don't know exactly what they do necessarily now, but back when I was there, we had 2 days. So my freshman year, it was full blown 2 practices, still full pads or something. The later half of my college career, it was more so the second half was a walk through or a jog through to kind of take the pressure off. So it's, you wake up, you there 5-6 o'clock in the morning, meetings, eating, team meetings, offensive meetings, defensive meetings, special teams meetings, walkthroughs, lifting, take a little nap in between, you on the field, and then right after you done with being on the field, you still tired, you still sore and whatnot, you eat something and you go right back to meetings and what we just went over. So from 5-6 o'clock in the morning to 7:30, anywhere from 7:30 to 9 o'clock at night, it's a full day thing. Like, so you got 4 days, 5 days in a row, it wears on you a little bit. So like I said, I'm not hitting the panic thing with it, just because, I mean, it's football. You got to understand your body at some point in time is going to have a day to where it's just like, I just don't have it today.
Yeah, and if you're super worried about those comments, as long as you don't got short-term memory loss, you can think a few years back when all the practices were quote unquote great, the best all week, and it doesn't always turn out into great results. So a little bit of friction, I'm okay with that. It's nowhere near you need to hit the panic. How beat up is the body at this point? In your experience, you kind of hinted at it. It's a lot. I mean, you're getting to the point where the season's right around the corner. They'll have some time to kind of rest, but right now, I'd imagine it's still a lot of just mentally and physically to take on.
So for the people out there that drive, sticks, like stick shift cars, you know how you come to a light and you're in neutral and you're kind of holding it there, and then when it lights, you kind of shift it to first or second, and the car takes a second to catch, and then it takes off. That's what camp is like. Your body, like, yeah, your mind wants to go like, oh, I think I can get there. But for whatever reason, your body is a little bit delayed and it's not as quick. It's not as sharp. You got injuries. You mentally tired. You physically tired. Again, you got playbooks to go over. You got plays. So, I mean, it can be from your groin. It can be from, your hamstrings, your back, your hands or whatnot, typically. So some days, like I said, it's just like your body's just kind of just going through the motions. It's just one of those thug it out type days. And it happens to where, everybody's feeling it. Everybody's, lower back is tight. Everybody's, hamstrings and quads are on fire and whatnot. So it's just one of the things to where you just kind of got to wait it out and, slowly, push through things.
Yeah. And that's, looks like that's what the guys are going through there right now. Obviously, keep again mentioning that docuseries just because I know it's catching a lot of buzz out there and it's well produced, so I can see why. But yeah, just to stress enough, at this point, it certainly feels like if you're going to see errors, this is where they're going to show up when the bodies are really starting to break down, when things are getting really, really tough. So it's good to correct those things when guys are really kind of just to the white knuckling through practice, trying to get through those things. Because again, as you mentioned, not only physically, but mentally, you're at the point where you're probably pretty deep in your installs. A lot of things to take in, not just physically.
Installs are over with. Now it's just, repetitive. Like, okay, everything's in. Now it's just how fast can you pick up on everything? How fast, how close to perfect as you can be for these, 20 plays of Skelly, then another 18 to 25 plays of, team, then another, 10 to 12 of Skelly again. And then you got, another team period or whatnot. So it's just, how mentally strong, how, mentally focused are you to get your assignment done?
Yeah, couldn't agree more. On the other side, I'll tease it now. We got to talk about the Vikings situation. Sam Darnold might get another shot depending on the severity of the injury. So don't go anywhere. We'll talk some Vikings football, in particular, the quarterback situation on the other side. Don't Punt Hour with Pierson-El.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Announcing Acres end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A-plus support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186. Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome in. Second segment of the Dome Punt Hour. Switch things up from college football. We're going to go to the NFL, in particular to the NFC North, the Minnesota Vikings. They got some problems on their hands. Their QB, their rookie QB, drafted J.J. McCarthy, struggles with an injury. We'll get the exact details on the injury. We don't know if it's going to be severe, or it's just a few weeks, or if it's going to be multiple months. Sam Darnold, though, might have another shot here. DeMornay Pierson-El, looking at the Vikings situation, how big of news is that with McCarthy, especially if it is more severe than we think, and he's going to have to go through a surgery and put him out for months. If it's a trim, it's quick, and I think if it's a full-on surgery, then you get to the months.
Depending on how bad exactly the meniscus is, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. Typically, if it's just kind of going in there and cleaning some things up, within a week and a half, 2 weeks, he'll be back walking. Within another week, probably back at practice, kind of going through things and whatnot. So probably at the lightest, he could be ready week 2, week 3. And if it's and if it's worse than that, then add another 2 weeks on to that. But meniscus are often in football. It's not like it's an ACL. It's not like it's an Achilles or a rotator's cuff or one of those to knock you out for the full season. So yeah, it sucks, but it's not as bad as it could have been. But also, you putting him back in the limelight of playing in the NFL at some point in time next year. So, sometimes this year. So, you better make sure that you can protect your investment because, even at practice, doing the stuff he did, still got hurt.
Yeah. And this is Kevin O'Connell. If you want a more exact kind of timeline, this is verbatim his quote. As far as the timeline of the injury, that will be something determined during the procedure based upon whether it can be just a cleanup, again, a trim, quote unquote, or potentially a full-on repair. If you go for the full-on repair, you're looking at months. If it's just a trim, quote unquote, clean it up, then a few weeks, and then hopefully he can kind of get his rookie debut. But with preseason, I know you don't want to make too much of it, but I'll be surprised. JJ McCarthy, after that first pick, he turned it around. He looked great the rest of that practice. Any mind shift on McCarthy? I know you and me both were a little bit skeptical on how this thing.
Nope. No.
Caleb Williams. No, I won't go there. Don't worry about that.
No.
Arnold.
I think he'll be better than JJ, but no.
Hey, I'll take that. That is
you got to understand, like in preseason, like these coaches are calling basic shell defenses. So what I mean by that, your cover ones, your cover twos, your cover threes, your cover fours. That's pretty much it. Or, if you're like you're the Chiefs, like they play, I think like some version of palms, which is an overlap of, the safeties and the corners of, who's the most dangerous or whatever. So you're not going to see, what's in the bag. You're not going to see these defensive coordinators that they name, what they're getting after you. They're not showing any stunts. They're not showing any blitzes just because it's an evaluation of, good on good. They want to see, the guys that they like or whatnot. So, yeah, I didn't expect him to necessarily have a terrible game against, a very vanilla defense. You are a first-round quarterback for something, so I expect you to do halfway decent as long as everybody do their job.
All right, way to throw water on the hype train for Chicago there. No, I get what you're saying. It's totally fair. We had Barry Thompson, Fairfax Football Academy QB coach, very same sentiment, saying the same things. You're going to get very basic looks, and it's can you succeed in those basic looks and just show what you're drafted for? The quote-unquote X factors. Are you accurate? Are you mobile in the pocket? Can you feel the pressure? But like you said, they're not going to be throwing the wrench at you in terms of making it super complicated to pick up on what that defense is trying to do to you. Obviously, you can disguise it a little bit, but basic, very much like both of you guys said. This goes to Sam Darnold, though. Now we're with Vikings. I do think we'll probably start out with Sam Darnold because, again, with McCarthy.
I think he's a good quarterback. I think he was just in bad situations. When he was in Carolina, he wasn't doing terrible in Carolina. You getting with an offensive coach or offensive coordinator, coach who's kind of comes under that, that Sean McVay QB coach tree and whatnot. So with a veteran guy like that to kind of show and prove what he can do, don't be shocked that if Sam goes out there and because he was a first round draft quarterback as well. So don't think he's just trash or anything like that. I mean he didn't play like Mac Jones this past weekend. So
yeah, that's fair. No, Sam Darnold, and just looking at his stats, Carolina, and this is where I feel bad for even Bryce Young. I just don't know how those guys are supposed to operate. Now, he did have some more help than even what Bryce Young had, but that first season with the Carolina Panthers, obviously the whole Jets fiasco was just kind of disastrous for him. But then with Carolina, rough first year, he goes for 9 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, but in the next season only started 6 games. He would go 7 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, so some improvement. And then was obviously last year he only had 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
If he can be somewhat close to what Kirk Cousins is,
that's a good quarterback. I think anybody would want to sign up for Kirk Cousins.
It's like you don't have to go out there and necessarily cut things up, but you just don't be the reason why we're losing.
Yeah, and certainly, I mean, on that Viking, he's going to have some weapons on that offense.
Yes,
that can help him out there.
The tight end, the receiver. I mean, the young receiver core is stout. So he's going to have some help. Like I said, you got another branch of an offensive guy. We've seen what O'Connell has done with what he's done with Kurt. So I mean, given this guy and everything like that, he kind of needed a rejuvenation for his career or whatnot. So I don't think Sam is a terrible quarterback.
I think it's a bad situation, unfortunately. I kind of view it as like some of those quarterbacks.
He got drafted to the Jets, and the Jets still ain't been the same since he left.
Tell you what, it ain't BYU. That's a whole nother world up there too. On top of it,
so I mean, I guarantee that the Jets would have loved to have Sam Darnold back before giving the other guy, another spin. Right or wrong, y'all thought the grass was green on the other side. At least Sam had y'all competitive.
Yeah.
When they drafted the other guy, you like, oh my God, what happened here? So he's in a better situation. He's on a decent team. He's with a good coach, an offensive coach that understands QB play. He's been around Sean McVay. He's been around Zach Taylor and whatnot. So he understands, what it takes to get the quarterback to operate better. So I mean, the more the merrier, for him. What if Sam goes out there and goes crazy and puts you in a position to where now you might not even don't even want JJ out there?
I'm not going to go that far. I wouldn't be like terribly surprised though. He's certainly shown moments, even with the Jets, where it was like, okay, he's got some talent to him. Had some unfortunate quotes, but again, that's rookie, and that New York media it's a lot. It's probably a lot to take in. Again, I can't stress from BYU to the New York Jets has got to be just a crazy switch in terms of media coverage. Even though BYU's got plenty of coverage on their own, the Jets media, it can be tough on you at times. But with Sam Darnold, we'll just kind of have to wait and see, especially with the J.J. McCarthy injury. How long is this going to be? If it's long-term, then Sam Darnold, I mean, he's going to have a real opportunity. Maybe not with the Vikings, but hey, somebody might take a look at him and try to slide him into a starting spot. Speaking of that, the Raiders, you like O'Connell or do you like Minshew Magic?
Minshew. I regardless of what people are saying and everything like that, Minshew has been shown to be a winner. Not to say that Aiden hasn't or anything like that, but he's been in the NFL more. He's seen a lot more. He's a little bit of a gunslinger. He kind of takes chances. He meshes well with people, so I'm rolling with Minshew. You've seen what he did down in Jacksonville. You've seen what he did with the Colts and whatnot. They brought him there for a reason. So I'm rolling with Minshew.
I think I would too. He's just proven a lot on his track record. I'm curious to see what he can do if he is kind of handed that spot, knowing that he's going to be the guy. Clearly, leadership-wise, I mean, teams always seem to love Gardner Minshew. So he's doing something right there where people definitely respect him. So with that being said, though, we'll quickly throw it to our final break here. And on the last segment, we're going to switch it up. We do these power rankings all the time, go through these preseason power rankings. We're going to do bottom of the barrel rankings. Which teams do we think just right out of the gates are going to have a rough year for the NFL in this upcoming season? So don't go anywhere. Like I said, one more segment on the Don't Punt Tower. We'll keep it rolling on the other side.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Announcing Acres' end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A+ support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186. Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, wrapping things up here on the Don't Punt Hour. We're going to do bottom of the barrel NFL power rankings. Good morning, Pierson-El. We don't got a lot of time left. When we're looking at the NFL this upcoming season, who has the most dire situation where maybe a tank is in motion already? Now, I don't think anybody's thinking that hard. Season hasn't started, but certainly some teams don't have an optimistic season upcoming here.
Tanking, I'm not too sure, but
I don't think it's early, but
I'm stuck on either New York, the Giants.
New York, bottom of the barrel?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, you let your face of your franchise, who's been the most probably stable piece since Odell left, walk out of the building, and you're not so sure on your quarterback. So,
Rodgers, Jets? We're talking Jets?
I said Giants.
Oh, okay. I was like blown away there. That makes way more sense.
I said Giants.
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, for me, I feel like it's between the Giants and I want to say the Panthers, but I think the Panthers are actually in a better spot than what they were last year. So I don't think they'll be. I don't think it's them.
But throw the Patriots out there. I think the Patriots. I'd probably go Patriots.
I can see that.
And Panthers. Maybe Broncos. I don't know where I'm at with Bo Nix. And then I could probably
throw better than JJ. I'll go Giants. I'll go.
You know what's an interesting one? The Arizona Cardinals.
I was that. I was thinking. I was like, but they were fine. I want to say, I'll go Giants, Cardinals, and I want to throw Pittsburgh in there just because the whole thing with drafting a quarterback and then you pretty much gave up on them, and you got Russell. I know historically their defense is fine and kept them in games. I don't know how Russ's attitude is going to clash with Mike Tomlin. I love Mike Tomlin. He's gonna get them there. I don't say that they're bottom of the barrel, but you just don't know what's gonna happen with Russ.
Yeah, I mean, at least I'm not going to go Steelers because Mike Tomlin, and because he does have Justin Fields, as much as it kills me, I'd imagine they'll handle Justin Fields a lot better than they did in Chicago. So I don't know if they're going to have a great season, but I don't think I would go that far.
You can throw the Colts in there. Like, I understand they didn't have Richardson, but I mean, you don't know. I like the Titans. The Titans are under a new coach. You don't know necessarily what's up with them. I'm not a huge fan of the Saints. I'm not a huge fan of the Panthers.
Sorry, was that my fault there? Okay. I think I might have been apologies. I got too many tabs open on my screen here. I'm not sure which one I opened there.
That was me. If my daughter did something, she hit the TV and it went off. That was completely me.
Maybe that's the call outside. Yeah, I think if I'm going to go bottom three to wrap things up here, go ahead and I'm going to go Patriots, Panthers, Cardinals. I'm pretty down on the Cardinals. I just pocket Hercules. I don't know.
I'll go the Giants. I'll go Cardinals. And I'll go Carolina.
All right, not too far off. We're going to find out pretty soon here what it looks like. As long as the Bears aren't in that territory, I'll be okay. With that being said,
they 2 more picks. They might have been in the top 5.
Don't get me too excited now. Don't get me
of the bottom of the barrel, not top 5, not top 5. No, the bottom.
All right, good morning, Pierson-El. We'll save the Bears talk for another day. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling. What's brewing? Chance of Brewington up next. Good morning. Appreciate the time as always. We'll do it again tomorrow.